This is what you can do at home at any time, and you'll see when the entree comes out how the presentation is. This is how I would and how I do prepare my king crab for guests when they come to my house. What you have is just the whole leg here. Make a slice there. And remember this, king crab, when you get this at the store, it's already cooked. It's ready to eat. And one of the things that people make a mistake on is they try to cook it again. What you're trying to do is just reheat this quickly. And Chef Aaron today is basically taken the king crab and lightly steamed it in a coubrion and infused a few subtle flavors into that. But ultimately, whenever you steam crab, you want to do it very quickly. And my recommendation is if you're going to make crab at home, king crab, snow crab, tanner crab, you're just trying to heat it. You're not trying to kill it. You're not trying to take the Bering Sea out of it. Much like a live Maine lobster, when you eat a live Maine lobster, literally you can taste the Atlantic Ocean. And many times with a king crab, people overdo it, they boil it, and next thing you know, they're a little disappointed in the flavor of the crab. So just remember, when you cook it, you want to do it quick. On the barbecue, on the grill, broil it. Or if you are going to steam it very quickly and steam it. Don't boil it, because that just basically sucks the life out of the crab. It's still delicious, but you've lost something. The legs are going to look like this. All of these sections have little tendons in them. And so now you're getting rid of the tendons like that. Again, what you want to do is on each one of these sections, take the crab, just score the crab lightly on the same side, on both sides of the crab like this. The same thing with the leg or the main section or the maris section, which is in this part of the crab. You want to take this just a little past the knuckle here, make a cut. Like that. You want to just score the crab on both sides in the same spot. Like this. The knuckle meat, this time I'm going to cut a little bit deeper on both sides. Like that. So now what you have is you've just taken a leg very quickly, and you have set yourself up to where the meat comes right out. On the knuckle, you have the same thing. It peels right apart. Your guests can get in there right away, and they have just a beautiful piece of king crab meat that comes right out of the shell. And then last but not least, the maris section itself comes right out of the shell. And if you have some cavemen in the audience, they can eat it like an ice cream cone. But if it's a more sophisticated crowd, you can use, you can delicately extract it, but it literally comes right out of the shell. Wow. And there you have it. And now you have a leg, the maris section. It's a beautiful piece of meat. The tendon's been extracted. The shell is gone. You can serve it like this. You can serve it the way Chef Aaron's going to be presenting it today, which is with part of the shell still on. And it's just a great way to eat king crab. It's really easy. Your fingers don't get bloody, and everybody's happy at the end of the day. I also want to show you something that I have a bit of a passion for as well, and that's tanner crab or barredeye. Now, this is probably not the best example, but tanner crab is basically a gigantic snow crab, is what it is. And a lot of times you'll see snow crab at a lot of the all-you-can-eat buffets and things like that. It's a little bit smaller than this, and it's something that you can really get into, put the bib on, and go for. Tanners are a fishery that has just reopened in the last 3 years in the state of Alaska. It was closed for 10 years. Yeah, the stocks were depleted to a point where they were very conservative and closed the fishery for us. And but now it's just starting to regain some momentum. But virtually nobody in the United States is familiar with the crab, because when we did fish it in the late 80s and through the early 1990s, all of the crab went to Japan. And one of the reasons is because, one, the size is perfect for an entree. But the other thing about tanner crab that people don't realize is that I would say for flavor, it may be one of my favorite crabs, because it's a little bit sweeter. These are all from the Bering Sea, and they were actually caught by myself. You have a little bit of both there, but I'm just going to put a cold portion of each here with you as well, so you can taste the difference on the two flavors between the barred eye. The round one is the king crab, and you can get an idea. Tanner crab, or barred eye, as I call it both, is a little bit sweeter, and king crab, obviously, you get a lot more bang for the buck with king crab, because it isn't named king crab for no reason.